Hey guys, long hauler here, Big Blue, and we're rolling out towards exit security here. Nestle Little Chute. Yes, it is a load of donations, I guess. Guy told me it's probably ice cream, Hot Pockets, pizzas, all kinds of different stuff. Everything Nestle makes. Said they send this out to Oklahoma, to this regional food bank of Oklahoma, probably once a month. I'll be back. All right, we are all loaded up, checked out. We have been cleared of the customs here at Nestle Food. You can only make a right turn out of here. I don't want you making any left turns out of here, I guess. So. Turn off the old Jake brakes so I can actually shift. And I'm going to be making a couple pit stops. I need to go to Best Buy. Get a couple cords and stuff like that. I need a micro HDMI plug, a cord with a micro HDMI plug on one end to plug into my GPS, and then it needs to have a regular HDMI plug on the other end. So I'm gonna stop it there, and I'm gonna get a few other little knickknacks and things, little things to help out just recording stuff. And then I'm also going to be running down, and I'm going to be stopping at, I can't remember the name of it. It's down by Oshkosh. It's like a chrome shop for trucks. And you guys are probably like, oh, you're gonna get chrome for Big Blue. Nah, I'm not gonna get chrome. I'm thinking about getting a bug shield. I am thinking about that, because I think maybe that might help with the recording and the windshield, you know, and it gets the bugs on there. So I constantly clean these windows, trying to keep the bugs off, but then I drive down the road and boom, boom, boom. Bugs like to commit suicide. So it's a constant battle. So I'm wondering if maybe, I was looking online, I think they were like $250. I saw some on there. Like I saw this one for this truck. It was like all chrome and stuff. It's pretty nice looking. And then I was thinking about getting that. And then I could also have some lettering stenciled on it, you know, Big Blue on the front of it or something like that. I was thinking about that. But I'm going to actually stop it in there. The boss man says, we need to get you new headlamps. He has heard your cries. He's I've mentioned it to him that it's pretty bad. I can see, yes, but they are a little dim. And he has actually seen the videos, and he agrees they are bad. So he recommended I look into an HID headlamp kit. Said he put it on his car and it works awesome. So we've been talking back and forth, and with all the things that I'm doing for him, you know, with the servicing and stuff and everything, he's like, hey, my treat, let's get it done. So we've been sending like links back and forth and everything else. We've been trying to think about a kit, like an adapter kit or something to put on here. Something like that, and we just don't know. But you can, you know, because the lenses are dark for some reason. I don't know why, for the low beam. And you can't buff them. They're inside the headlight assembly, so you can't clean them. I'm thinking about, I don't know. I've looked at the whole headlight assembly. They sell for an HID kit, and they're like $400 and some. stuff. And then I started thinking about it, and there's like a big chrome shop that they just built like about a year or maybe 2 years ago down here on 41 right by Oshkosh. And I said, I bet you they got light kits and stuff. And I asked them about LEDs. Maybe we should do LEDs or something, because this is his decision what we're gonna put in. So I said, why don't I just stop in there and talk to these guys? They probably got a good idea what the best light kit is gonna do, how it's gonna work. So we're gonna swing in there, and I think I'll take you guys along. But right now, look at all those UTVs on the side there. Those things are so cool. Those Yamaha 1000s there, oh, I'd love to have one of those things. Those have become very popular in Wisconsin here. It used to be like up by Townsend, Wisconsin, where I had my cabin. They got a lot of trails up there, and it used to be all four-wheelers and stuff. Everybody had the four-wheelers, and then they kind of made a few of the trails bigger and stuff, and there was a whole to-do thing going on about it. Are the UTVs allowed to run on trails and stuff? And now they have actually said yes, they are legal. And once they said that, four-wheelers died. The four-wheelers around this area have died. You can go and buy four-wheelers for hardly nothing now. And everybody gets those UTVs. And they're cool. I mean, because it's not like you just have somebody hanging on your back, you know, on the back of it. If you want to take somebody out for a ride. This here, it's almost, you know, they're sitting up in the front with you. Some of those things you can fit 4, 6, 8 people into them. They're pretty cool. The only problem is that the guys up there, they fly around on them. Right there is Feeding America. That's who this load is going through, is Feeding America. That's what the paperwork says. They come flying around the trails up there, and they come flying around the corners and kind of getting a little sideways and stuff. And then you might come around the other way, and those things are so big that they're taking up almost the whole trail. So there's been a few accidents. I think you guys need to watch me go into Best Buy. It's going to be a pretty quick run in, run out, because I need to get to this Chrome place, and then I also need to get to my bank in Fond du Lac. I got to take care of something, so I got to keep this thing moving. So there's not going to be a lot of time, so I'm just going to run in real quick, grab these cords. I would actually go to someplace else, but it's so hard to find Best Buys that I can get into, and I know I can get into this one. I've been here before. So I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Hey guys, here we are. We're down here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and we're gonna run to the Big Rig Chrome Shop. I'm not sure if that's the proper name for it, but it's a chrome shop is basically what it is. Should have turned off back at the last exit, but now that I own a GPS, I miss my turnoffs. I was looking at it going, oh, I can't remember the frontage road. I've never been here before, but I remember I've seen it many times, and I was kept thinking, I gotta turn off by the EAA and then use the frontage road past all the outlet stores and all that, and I was like, I don't know, and I came by and I was like, yeah, that's where I need to go. So, no big deal. We just went down here to the next exit, run the frontage road back. This here on the left is Ford Festival Park. They built this a few years ago here. And it's a very big venue for music. And basically country USA. When they have these big country fest things going on, man, this whole area on the left is just crazy. And it's this frontage road is just bumper to bumper, people just crawling. This guy with this little thing on the left here, it says Oshkosh Palms Resort. It used to be an old gas station. I actually used to know one of the owners there. He was my partner in a hobby store, and he had bought that and built this big track behind it, and for off-road for RC cars. And that country rock thing came in there, and somebody stepped in there and offered him a ton of money for that place. And what they did is right behind there, they cleared out all the trees and stuff, and it made like a little campground. And they do pretty well. People actually park all the way down here. They sell parking in this place, this Big Red Chrome Shop. They actually give them parking passes. People park here and walk all the way down to that country thing for their movie fest. It gets crazy here, guys. Well, we're gonna go in here and investigate and about some headlight kits, and we're also going to I don't know, maybe we'll look at some little chrome things or something. Maybe we'll give I don't know, maybe we'll look at some stuff, give Big Blue maybe a little bling bling. And you know what that ends up costing? That. So here we are, Big Rig Chrome Shop. My camera's cooking. There we go. Looks better. Hey guys, I'm gonna do a little bit of a voiceover here. There's some music and stuff that I can't play with the audio, so I'm adding my own music. Just walking around, checking out. I think Big Blue, he needs one of those big old chrome bumpers there. I was looking at those up on the top of there, on that top shelf. Those are some pretty neat lug nut covers on there. Just looking around at all the different chrome stuff. I need new headlights, and I was like, oh, I should mount those on there. Those are some big ones. And then right here, I thought of John. Honky honky, Mr. Tunnel. Looking at all these different headlight assemblies, and they're all Freightliner. I couldn't find one single one that was for a Kenworth. Those are for the older style Kenworth that have the square headlamps. You can replace those with LED ones, I guess. That's why they don't carry them any new style for the new T680s or nothing like that. Walking around, checking out different things and everything. And of course, there I spy. I've seen this in a couple big truck stops. I thought, oh, I gotta sit in one. This thing here is actually a truck seat. For some reason it had an iPad hooked up to it. I don't know what the iPad's about. But then I just grabbed the remote control. It's actually a massaging chair. And I turned the power on right here and the whole thing starts vibrating and everything. And I was like, it has all these different functions and parts of the seat vibrate and it goes in waves or whatever. And I was just like, I don't know why anybody would buy a vibrating massaging chair for their semi. I mean, doesn't the road shake you enough? And I see here, oh, here comes the sales guy. They're gonna finally come and help me, so. So, I've had a little meeting. I didn't find that place very good. For one thing, I walked up and there was a young lady at the counter. And I'll show some video and stuff, but I gotta cut all the sound out. Because they had some like really heavy rock metal playing really loud. So I can't show you guys that video. I can't have the sound in there. That's against YouTube rules. But there was a young lady in there, and I was sitting up at the counter, and when I walked in, I kind of tilted my camera up and just said, "Hey, I'm recording. I have a trucking vlog. You know, you guys mind if I record?" And she kind of really looked at me funny. And I says, "I won't put you on there if you don't want to." I said, "But this is kind of the thing. This is trucking stuff. I have a trucking video, you know, trucking channel." She's like, "Oh, okay, well, just don't put me on there." She goes, "If I looked better, then I would be a problem." I'm like, whatever, lady. She was just fine. I don't know, whatever. But then I told her I'm looking for, you know, an HID kit, maybe LED, I don't know. I want the best headlamps available. What do you guys have to offer? And she was like, "Okay, we'll get you a salesman." And I'm like, "Okay." I stood there for probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I just stood there. And she was just messing with her phone, and people are all on the phones behind her. And finally I just looked at her and I says, "I'm gonna walk around, look around and stuff." And she turned around and kind of just looked at the people behind her, and she never mentioned anybody. "Hey, I need somebody," or nothing, you know, "I need a salesman," or nothing. And she kind of glanced at him, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, just look around." She goes, "I'll send somebody to find you." So then I walked all through the place and everything else. And then finally, and then some guy came up and said, "Hey, what can I help you with?" And I talked to him. He told me that not to do HID. He told me that that's kind of an older thing. I don't think it's an old thing, but he told me he can't even remember what HID stand for. I did see a couple little HID kits in there for mostly Freightliner. That's what they seem to have, is all Freightliner stuff. But he says that he can't even remember what it stands for. He said, oh, it's something to do with the temperature of the bulb or something, and the color that it produces or something. And he brought it up, and he's like, this is the one, this is the new one, this is gonna give you the best. And all it is just a new bulb that plugs right into my light set. You gotta replace the standard bulb and go in there. And it's an H11 LED kit. And it was $152 for 2 bulbs. And I was like, cool, I'll take it. Oh, we have to order it. It's like, really? And he's like, I said, so if I ordered it, would you have it by next Monday? I said, when I come back through here? Oh, no. Probably 2 weeks. And I was just, I just was like, I didn't want to say it to him, but I was like, you know, I could order it myself. Could probably have it in a couple days. I don't know. Maybe it's out of stock someplace. I don't know. But I think that I, could order it myself, probably get a better deal. And get it faster. I don't know. I don't kind of understand that. I used to own a hobby store, and it was like right before the internet kind of thing started happening. And people would come into my store and they'd be like, oh, I saw this down in Milwaukee for $5 cheaper. Well, I was an hour, 15 minutes away from Milwaukee, and I was like, okay, well, that's our price. And they're like, well, can't you match it? And I'm like, no, this is what we have it set at. If you're welcome to go to Milwaukee and get it. If you want to drive, almost 3 hours down and back to get $5 off, it's like whatever. So you had more room with more negotiating power. But since the internet has happened and all the shopping online stuff, stores like that have their storerooms, I like to support them because you want to be able to go in and touch and feel and look at different things, and you want to buy them from them. But I hate it when they go, yeah, we'll have to order that for you. It's like, well, you're not showing me the item, you're just showing me a computer screen saying this is the best and we can order it. Well, I could go online and order it myself. If it's the best, then you should have it in your store. I don't know. Maybe I'm off base. I don't know. But I need to get down to Fond du Lac down here. And I need to get to my bank. And I also need to drain my fuel separator. I just need to drain a little bit out of it. It is, I keep getting it flashed up on my screen. It says water and fuel. So I might have picked up a little water someplace, so I need to drain that out. So we'll do that down there someplace. But I can't pull over and do it right this second because I got to get to the bank before they close. And I'm probably going to go to Walmart, do my shopping. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do that some other time. Oh, and I was gonna buy a little bling for Big Blue here. And actually what I was gonna do is I was gonna buy the knobs for the air brakes. You got the red and the yellow knob that you pull, release the brakes on the tractor and the trailer. They had some, chrome ones sitting on the counter. There was like this little wood stand and they had them all mounted in there. And had all different designs, and there was ones that said KW on them, for Kenworth. Just the standard. They look just like what, you know, I have now. They just screw on there. They're made out of plastic, and they just got a chrome coating on them. And then they had the KW emblem on them. I said, hey, when he told me about the lights, and I said, oh, okay, I'll check with my boss about this. And I said, well, I grabbed the little thing off the display, and I said, where are these? I says, I was thinking I'd buy a little bling, you know, and dress up Big Blue a little bit. And they're like, oh, I don't know, somewhere over there. And he goes, but those are air control knobs. I said, I understand what they are. I am a truck driver. I think I know what this is. And I said, I know what they are. I says, where are they? And he's like, oh, over there. And I said, well, how much are they? I says, I figured maybe top 19 bucks. Well, the lady at the counter looked at me and she goes, she leans over and the guy looked at her and he goes, I don't really know the cost. And she goes, those are $79. Woo! I looked at her and I says, you know these are made out of plastic, right? And they just have a chrome coating on them. And she goes, well, they're a high quality plastic. I said, for $79, they need to be made out of gold or something, or platinum or something. I says, yeah, that's crazy. I was looking for a little bling. I says, but not at that cost. Well, we are coming into Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and I guess I'm going to let you guys go. So we didn't get any bling for Big Blue. We didn't get any headlights. I'm probably just going to end up having my boss order them, have them out there in Maryland. So when I get out there at the end of this week, they'll have them there, and I'll pop them in. So I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, a great night. And if you're not, well, we certainly can change that. Try it again tomorrow. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.